Today's question, when is the crow not the crow? Answer coming up. Hello, when is the crow not the crow? When it's the 2024 The Crow. Remaking, reimagining, call it what you want, just don't call it a good film. This is the story of soulmates, and if you go by the timing within the film, it looks like one evening, maybe one day, so soulmates, yeah, quite quick. Eric and Shelly, played by Bill Skarsgård and FKA Twigs. Why them? I don't know. They didn't bring anything to the characters that help the characters develop or progress. The big bad is played by Danny Houston, who, as usual, plays it large, plays it to the cheap seats, plays it to the carpet, to the curtains, he hams. They meet in rehab and strike it off immediately and escape, and then go and stay in her friend's apartment, who is exactly the same size and build as Eric, and so he's got clothes, and it's all of these convoluted bloody cliches as you go along. And then, the big bad catches up, they're both killed, she goes off to the dark yonder, he gets another chance because he wants to save her love, take me for her. That usual, you get the idea. Now, the problem from here, well, from the start, but definitely from here, is it misses the point of the character of Eric Draven. And this is where Brandon Lee portrayed him so well. Even after his death and after the loss of his love of his life, Eric Draven still had humanity. And we can see that in the first film, where he helps the mother to get the heroin out of her system, to give her a chance to be a good mother. The relationship he has with Ernie Hudson's character, and I'm sure it's been adapted by Joaquin Wick, where you walk into a room and you give everybody else the chance to leave before you kill the big bad, and then it's their fault if they stay. But this is all gone in this film. He goes through a number of, if you're watching Star Trek, they'd be the ones wearing the red jerseys. He goes through this long raft of anonymous bad guys, killing them in all manners, and again, it misses the point of the original film. The original film didn't have to be gory to get the story across. That was quite good then. But this film, at points, concentrates more on the gore and the violence than it does on the reason and the characters. So, if you think about the first film, you were in crow mode, or Brandon Lee, Eric was in crow mode within about 20 minutes. This film, it's about an hour and 20, maybe an hour and 18, something like that, before he is in full crow mode. Now, the problem with casting Bill Skarsgård here is that the crow makeup they've chosen just looks like a watered down Pennywise. So I was half expecting him to go, "Hey, Georgie!" But thankfully he didn't. An hour and 20 before you get to full crow mode. Before that, he's learning his trade, if you want to call it that. So he's attacking and failing. And every time he goes back to this strange, dreamlike limbo land, where this Mr. Miyagi kind of figure gives him another chance. So it's a bit like a video game where you press continue, until you get to the big bad. And it just feels cheap. It feels like it's cheating you as the audience, because that's not what it should be about. He needs to achieve his goal or pay the price, and this is not doing that. When he gets into full Crow mode, the violence takes another step up, and the gore takes another two steps up, and it just loses the plot. You know, yes, you're getting action, yes, you're getting semi-inventive deaths, but it's too much. The gore is just too much, and I haven't got a weak stomach, but what's the point? The end of the film is very obviously a change due to test audiences. If we go back to the first one, that had a very definitive ending. It was made for him to do a task, complete the task, and accept his demise, his outcome. This has been set up to say, hey, Crow 2, Crow 3, Crow 4. Why? Why? Can Hollywood not come up with a single original piece of IP, intellectual property? Do we have to constantly rehash and remake? And I don't even think you can say reimagine, because that would require some skill. And this film is pretty much devoid of skill. The director, Rupert Sanders, has shown that his is style over substance. And you can't argue with it here. There's very, very little to recommend this film. Actually, there's some good songs in the soundtrack. I enjoyed them. But I thought Skarsgård was... I don't know whether wasted is the right word, because I don't know whether he has the leading man ability. Yeah. FKA Twigs could have been one of any dozen of actresses. Danny Houston, likewise. You could have put Pacino in there. You could have put an English actor in there and got them doing the "Oh, I'm the devil." So very, very few things to recommend here. Don't like it when I do have to do really negative interviews, reviews, whatever they are. But I can't recommend this film at all. If you want to see a film about the Crow material, watch the '94 original with Brandon Lee. Infinitely better. Bye.